Welcome back to some more FTL Multiverse with me, Daniel, from Dan Has Fun. Last episode, we made a bold decision. We went to a very hostile sector, and it kind of kicked our butt a bit. We had to escape from a couple of different ships, if memory serves. But we've had a much nicer time in the militia sector, which is very good. We're playing as what is essentially the Zoltan C, but with kind of adjustment to it. It's not quite the Serenkov, but it's got a lot of those vibes. We have a pretty rubbish weapon setup that's just doing well enough. We have hacking, we have a battery, we have a nice amount of shielding. Kind of standard fare for a Zoltan ship. Anyway, I gave you a bit of a goof, I think. I think I said I was going to the Guild territory last episode. We're not, we're going to go to the Core Worlds, even though we annoyed them. Ma! The red ships are cooler looking. Again, if you want to be crew, let me know. And yeah, if you haven't watched the other two videos in this run, you probably should watch them first. And maybe all of them first if you haven't watched the whole playlist. I appreciate any support. Okay, these guys are meant to be friendly to us. I mean, we get the option to reroute. We could go to the... Do we want to do that now? So we took a quest last time around where we agreed to go take out the 8-legged devils on sticks. I'm going to wait... no, I'm gonna go on then. Last time we did something like this, we died horribly. So you're about to reroute. A Union sector under duress. I mean, it is another Union sector. These coordinates were given to you by the militia in the hope you could assist with their infestation issues. Go on then. This video is really short, you know what's happened. The start beacon in this sector is littered in debris, not even worth salvaging. Data entries in the database seem to say this is a Union sector, but you don't think the display of destruction is usual in such places. A militia ship is guarding the entry beacon. Who the hell are you? This sector's off entry. Don't you hear there's a bunch of damn bugs killing everyone who enters? Get out while you still can. Are you Commander Montgomery? What? Yes, but how'd you get that name? Are you the ship they told us was coming? Oh, thank God, we're getting our backsides handed to us. Senator Wright did not prepare the EDC for the brood, and we've barely been able to keep the situation under control. We heard there was another Renegade last episode. What happened to them? When we realised we didn't have the manpower to take down the brood and destroy the nest, we called for backup. Some ex-clansman named Irwin claimed he was the right pick, but that dum-dum went missing a day after we hired him. No one trusted him, so he slapped a tracker on his ship, which is how I know he isn't dead. But I did have the time to track him down. Okay. We're about to launch an assault, but we need to ready the Renfield bombs first. The brood's lined up all of their defences, and we could use any additional fire support you could offer. Alright. Nearby is a trading outpost that'll help you get situated. Be careful, they're no joke. Well, I don't want to sell the solar kernel. It's a pretty useful missile, I think, down the line. It's just not really helpful for us right this second right now. You do have cloaking, but we cannot afford it. Do we get mind control now? I think we do. We have absolutely zero scrap exactly. Okay. Given how good they are in combat against us, the 8-legged awfulness, I think mind control is the way to go. There's Irwin. I mean, he wasn't hard to find, was he? Do we jump straight to him? I guess. I think this is still a weapon setup we're going to have to run. These are the last known coordinates of the Renegade hired by the militia. Some strange facility has been constructed here, and a massive civilian transport ship is in the process of leaving the planet. You pull closer. Careful not to be spotted. It seems you failed to spot a second ship. Wow, that is huge. A large Mantis cruiser in brood colours. You land behind one of the massive solar panels and tune into the conversation between the two ships. Seems Irwin's speaking with an unusually well-dressed brood member in what seems to be a painted ace uniform. Huh. Hey there, Virgo. Look, I know this looks bad, but I do not have time for your crap anymore, Irwin. Vale is getting tired. Tired of your incompetence, of your belligerence, of your insane crackpot conspiracies about a puppeteering agency that rules the multiverse. You had one job to recover the DNA, and what happened? You came back with nothing. Now they're about to blow up the whole nest, and you expect me to tolerate this? Well, yes, look, it wasn't easy convincing the defense cadre to hire me after the Vec disaster ruined the reputation of the Renegades. Again, more into the Breach reference. It doesn't matter. Too much time has passed. The window of opportunity is slim. Vale has cut a deal with the Brood. They will recover the DNA for us. We have no more use for you. You are nothing but a loose end. Do we intervene? Yes. Seems this Irwin fellow might have information of use. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Virgo shows no sign of disturbance, but merely retracts his weapon and hurries back to the ship, which immediately powers up. Irwin, to no surprise, rushes back to his ship, but is stopped by a missile from the pirates, destroying his engines. We don't have anything we can do, so fine. What do you have? You have mind control, thank goodness we picked it up. What else do you have? A lot of weapons. Boarding. And you have angels. At least one angel in here, which is terrifying. They are very, very good in combat. Nothing else really going on. They don't have cloaking, they don't have hacking. We're blatantly going to have to hack them. And we're going straight for the shields. And we're just going to have to fire all of our other stuff on the weapons after the shields are down. Other than the heavy ion, obviously. They can't mind control us straight away, so I guess I'm going to keep the dodge up for now. And they can't board us straight away either, which is excelente. That now should be adequate. Yeah, they do have a Burst Laser Mark II and a big energy weapon too. This is our Zoltan shield is not long for this world. There's the mind control. Unmind control him immediately. Then what we need to do is fire all of our stuff. So, chain heavy. Go for weapons because you do more damage. Conservative energy. I guess you go for shields. The Spontoon can't hit both, so what's most important? Probably not to be boarded by this nightmare of things. So let's do that. He gets stunned, which is not great, so we'll boost our dodge. That was a lot of damage. Luckily, it wasn't too bad. Get in here. Get in there. Oh, wow. That medic is getting an absolute toweling. Yeah, we don't want to use the sabotage piece. We might have to power back Cled Bay, our Clone Bay, but we'll see. At least we're not getting absolutely wrecked anymore. Don't auto-fire the Spontoon. He won't get anywhere. There's so many fires in their shield rooms. We have fires in our engine room. Once we've dealt with these onboard... Well, we're going to have to go in there and help. How much engine power do you still have? Quite a lot? Let's not do that at all then. Let's just gas this out. You go indoors. You stay there. Where are you going? Go back in weapons. I'm clicking all the wrong people. There we go. Stick's not ready to heal, but that's fine. You're going to cloak so you don't get hit. Who did you mind control? You mind controlled me. That's rude. No, thank you. Keep the shields down. The Spontoon now can go and wreck everything. Just hit multiple rooms, please. Thank you. Perfect. We still have some engine power. We have a whole one engine. That was the wrong decision for you, Mr. Vampweed. And this guy's toast. Excellent. That was a lot of stuff. When the slug sees you approaching, he immediately pretends he was not scared at all, but around his strange blunderbuss-like gun, his tentacles have gone white. Glad we renegades know how to stick up for each other. Now, what's your rate? I know this kind of service isn't free, I'm not stupid. We aren't looking for pay, but we want info. I mean, we're looking for both. Well, alright, let's be clear. Information is money. Money is everything, and everything is money. There ain't no sane man in this multiverse who works for free. That's not the point. Tell us about Virgo. Whatever you say, Virgo is, or was, an angel. Assassin for Big Daddy Vale of the Syndicate, who was my most recent client, but the issue is Vale doesn't normally deal with rogues. His mercenaries usually work for him, and his patience with me was short. Virgo was his reassurance. Was his reassurance I would follow through. Okay. Reading this is not easy for me anyway. Stealing some kind of DNA, the VEC, blah blah blah, they're all based on the same stuff. I ain't a biologist, I don't know what they're talking about. Point is, Vale Court Wind, Senator Wright was getting cold feet and was going to blow the top off this whole thing. I was supposed to bring him DNA before the big boom, but I like being alive. Didn't you used to be a Klansman? Yes. But I got tricked by that bot Billy Hector into getting wrapped up in his little slave trade. It was going fine until one day I decided to bring along a friend of mine, Renegade Sylvan, who we definitely know, he's the merchant. I thought he'd want to help, but instead he acted all weird. I realised he was a risk, but rather than just dying like I wanted, he blew up my fleet and leaked my involvement in Hector to the guild. Thing is, slavery actually breaks one of the sacred rules, so I was kind of booted. Lesson is, trust no one. They'll always turn on you, or you could be a secret agent sent by a multiverse order. Okie dokie. We got a ship. That being said, I need a ride. My ship is toast. Since you're a renegade, I'm sure you could always use more help, so let's strike a deal. I join your crew, and we split the profits half and half. Deal? No? Alright, well, I guess we can figure out the numbers later. Oh, and seeing as I won't need my ship anymore, do whatever you want with it. Character recruited. Washed up. Erwin, the Renegade. The disgruntled former chairman of the EHG and current mercenary for hire specializing in hunting the most exotic of creatures. Also, avid conspiracy theorist. So he is also immune to mind control because he's a slug. He has a blunderbuss gun, does a lot of damage in combat, but he can't sabotage systems. That's fine, we're not doing boarding. So, he's great in combat. He's kind of terrible at everything else. Ken, you might be sayonara-ing. Bye! We have a lot going on our ship still. We need to fix a lot of this. So, you heal this group of misfits. Go repair the engines. You're still slowly dying a death, so that's fine. Where are we going to put you, Erwin? We'll have to decide that afterwards. But I just want to get things repaired for the time being. Turn the oxygen off. I don't want to blow up my battery, although he's probably going to anyway, because he's very rude. So let me go distract him. Yeah, if you could not do that, that would be preferable. Everybody go back to where they're meant to be. Turn the oxygen on. And then you're, I guess, going to be the sensors guy, which feels wrong, but, I mean, it is what it is. Can you come and heal this man, please? Just at least somewhat. We'll let the clone bay do the rest, but everyone is at least somewhat healthy. And turn that back on. So we unlocked another ship, which is very cool. That's the nest, so we know where that is. Depending how our next beacon jump or two go, we might want to rush that. Just while we're healthy. Yeah, we'll investigate. You exit the vehicle and walk towards the militiamen, who quickly shush you before you can speak. Be very quiet, or these doodahs will get us. There's a massive hive here and we have to get out. The one with glasses shakes his head in disagreement. No, we heard a supply cache was taken by the Budadooders. We'll go after the cache. So you hurry towards the hive. He bypassed our super shield, which was very rude. We have intruders, we have a human, we have a battle drone Mark II and scrap. Another person we don't need. We've had a lot of crew in this. Oh, Jeebus. That's a lot of dooders. Okay, everything about this is awful, because venting this part of the ship is a nightmare. So, I think what we do is we mind control one of them, have them start massacring each other. You can open that door. Okay, so you can tranquilize, neutralizing all the crew. I guess we'll do it then. Then you can just get out of the way for a moment. Because they should now start suffocating. Can you heal him, please? Thank you kindly. That was pretty good combat, really. He's still going. Look at him fly! Good effort from the duders. Not good enough. Just not working out for him. He still got in. That's some good resolve. Let's move everybody back. Thank you. Well, that went pretty well. I'm thinking we'll maybe go to these 2 jumps and then we'll go take a look at the big boy hive. Erwin's not bad. He's not the greatest piece of base piece, but yeah, it's not bad. I don't need a mantis. I have some pretty good crew in combat now. We're just gonna say no and attack them. Yes, the slavers will hate us, but they liked us more familiar anyway. They can cloak. They do have crystal weapons, which I don't like to see, but we can do that. Are we going to be hacking you? Probably should. You're a reasonably dangerous ship. And when we do fire our heavy, we are going to... Wow, you missed the whole shillelagh. That's embarrassing for you. Mind control. That. And then he's probably going to get roasted by all those mantis, which is hilarious. We didn't quite take everything down, but it should be okay. I think. Oh, you piece. So I've said this on a previous video where sometimes my keyboard's like, you know what? I'm just going to nope out. It's not too bad when that happens when the game is going, but when it's paused, that's kind of annoying. And that one only took a couple of seconds to kind of work itself out, but it was still a little bit annoying. There we go. Aim for that. Spontoon can hit all these things. Can I hit all those rooms at the same time? Yes, I can. Excellent. Yeah, now they're having a bad time. The human medic. That's great at shields, but I don't need him. Oh, I hate it, because it would be so good. If he was great at weapons, I'd be tempted, but he's not. I'm going to say no. I'm sorry. Yeah, if they'd been great at weapons, I would happily have switched this regular human for a human medic, but that's not what it is, so what are you going to do? And what we're going to say to make ourselves feel better is we did that because it was morally the right thing to do. Kind of, if you don't think about it. But don't. You jump when you notice a brood ship docked at the beacon, but they make no move to attack. Instead, they advertise a small bake sale with some donuts and cider. For duders, by duders, of duders. Do I really want to eat a donut made out of... Oh, so generous. We don't get many customers. Hopefully you intend to pay, though. That costs 999 scrap. How about no? Oh, don't be silly. You aren't going anywhere without paying. I bet you'll make a great ingredient in my next cake. Yeah, we can restore our engine power. Thank goodness we had it for a blue event. You knew it was the wrong decision to make, but you had to do it. It was high in protein. So they have double drones. This is a dangerous ship. I don't like this. This is not kindling joy. And they're going to board as well. And they've got a Lanius pilot. There's a lot going on here. Luckily, they have made the classic mistake of choosing to engage their mantis in the shield room, which is the wrong decision. What we're going to do is we're going to mind control their crystal, so he's going to hopefully lock down the room. And if he doesn't, he's still going to end up getting wasted by 2 spiders that should be boarding us, so either way, it's a win. But yeah, our super shield is not going to last long with this combination. That is for sure. Yeah, we took a little bit of damage there in our shield. Not something I'm having great joy about, but what are you going to do? Get some of these weapons offline, that's what we're going to do. Oh, it looks like I'm receiving a telegraph. Oh my, this has been a big misunderstanding. 999 scrap, that's way too expensive for someone as important as you. Tell you what, why don't you take that donut for free and I'll throw in some extra supplies. No, this person is insane. We can't let them be around. This is insanity. Mr. Duda, I would appreciate if you didn't do that. Or Mr. Dudas, I guess. That's okay, you were the distraction I needed. Mr. Medic, you go heal him, please. Oh, I guess the door didn't heal in all that time. Sure, whatever you say. Mr. Slug Clansman, could you go help? We are taking a little bit of damage here. It's not great, but for the sake of everybody on the planet, we don't want to be eating weird eight-legged weirdo donuts, so it was worth it. Yeah. We don't work like that. Nobody should. So, if we're going to go to the nest, we do need to make some improvements. Do that for sure, because we need more power. And we probably want to go for the full hack. So do that. I think that's what... There, that'll work for us. We do need to improve our weapons at some point in the future. Hopefully near future. We are not there yet. You receive a distant hail. You made. Delivery ship damaged. Bombs are lost in cavern. Need you find them and destroy the nest. Okay. You plunge into the darkness. You pass by what appears to be a wreck of a militia ship, evidently the one carrying the bombs. You find them, fortunately, undamaged in the cargo and haul them back onto your ship. If we don't detonate these, no one else can, or leave with the bombs and give them to someone better qualified. We're going to blow ourselves up and it'll be funny. You keep on going. Eventually, the tunnels lead to what's presumably the center of the cavern, containing tens of thousands of eggs. There's no way this was the product of nature. This was designed with intent. We're setting up the bombs. Your crew rushes to wire the bombs without waking the doodahs. Just one of these was capable of causing an explosion visible from space and caused massive earthquakes, and you sure as hell don't want to stick around to see it. While wiring the third bomb, one of your crew trips and drops the metal plate from the bomb on the ground. At once it seems as though every doodah in the entire cavern lets out a cry. Let's be real. It was probably me. In a matter of seconds, a massive roar silences them, and a monstrous creature the size of 3 men erupts from the ground. This must be the Queen, and she is not happy. All 8 of her eyes locking onto you, but she doesn't attack. This has to be the wrong decision, but I'm going to put the laser down. It seems like suicide, but the last thing you want to do is risk angering the doodahs. They seem more intelligent than the militia is willing to admit, and maybe you can make it out of here without anyone dying. The Queen seems to notice this behaviour and backs away from you. Around her, several hatchlings cling to her legs, but they scatter when they turn and crawl through a hole in the wall. Okay. Why are we doing this to ourselves? You crawl through the tunnel and find yourself now standing in a massive rectangular room with ships and lab equipment. You wipe away some of the dirt caked onto the walls and find underneath the rusted metal. There was a research centre at some point, but judging from the smell, the staff are all toast. You see the Queen walk over to a row of tubes on the walls, where they find many exotic features, some of which seem to be very similar to all kinds of gross bug-based things we don't want to talk about. You glance over at a nearby desk where you find a letter addressed to, of all people, Oscar Wright. Next to it is a dongle containing blueprints for some kind of cruiser model which you slip into your pocket. Dear Senator, there's been a change of plans. Your method for testing the DNA has been deeply disturbed. It's disturbed me and the Council. My team found a new candidate anyway. There'll no longer be a need to continue your experiments. I would like to remind you that the only reason why you're where you are today is because of your history with the Admiral. And in his absence, the new leadership is not as generous. I'm writing this only out of the best of intentions for your well-being. If you don't want to wake up with a bullet in your head, I advise, boy, advertising it too, destroying all evidence at all costs. You know what you have to do. Don't fail the rebellion again. You aren't sure what to make of this, but you don't have much time. Montgomery calls out from behind you, ordering that you drop the letter. Turn around slowly, Captain. Put that paper down and come with me. We need to detonate the bombs and leave. No, I'm going to be like, what's this letter all about, buddy? What reason do you think the EDC is here? Do you really think the Brood was behind all this? That's some stupid pirates who just breached the security of Union core worlds? No, but the Federation has been concerningly ignorant to the Senator's intentions. The Brood is real, but they were nothing before this. We gave them the insectoids to release. We planted the Vec on Earth. It was an awful decision in hindsight, but that's why we're here. The experiment was a failure. We cannot risk exposing the Senator's ties to the rebellion. I'm afraid you're now a liability, but disposing of liabilities is what I'm best at. Oh dear. Well, I'm going to take one hull point repair. What's going on with this ship? Cloaking. Boarding with some MFK aces, which is definitely dodgy. Man, they have a lot going on, and that's not even including all this weaponry. The weaponry is not super dangerous, really, in the grand scheme of what we could have run into. That was a lot of talking. So, what's the game plan here? We are going to hack all of your shields down immediately. I don't honestly mind if you board us. That's fine. This is going down, which means the heavy ion can concentrate on something else. Like, in this case, weaponry. The chain heavy is going to keep hitting the shields. And then we'll work out the spontoon when we get there. There's going to be a lot of projectiles coming our way here, but that's fine. That was a poor choice of place to start for you. Medic goes in there. That's fine. We want to mind control the pilot. Means everything will hit by default. We can't hit weapons and shields at the same time. Do I care that they board me more? Yeah, I'd rather they didn't. I mean, it's not disastrous, but I'd rather they didn't do it. So we'll do that. That'll keep them busy for a bit. Okay, they're going to board here anyway. That's perfectly okay. Let's take you in there. And once they break in, we'll take our clansmen in there too. There you go. Close this. We are going to heal. The heavy ion needs to hit, please. It did, so I can keep the spontoon on auto. Just in case we lose crew and I'm not paying attention, let's do that. We did, but only one. It's not bad. I'm just going to do that to block the doors. We missed the weapons, which is unfortunate. Okay, that's excellent. Now there's a fire with the orchid in it. Good luck with that. Chain Heavy can now start going for weapons, and they are done. Wow, that went really well. Really well. Montgomery, in the end, was not enough to stop you. Though the rest of his crew aboard his vessel were likely oblivious to his intentions, they were necessary casualties. We had an MFK ace. Like, come on, man. While scrapping the crash wreckage, you hear the moan of a dying man and find Montgomery impaled by part of the debris. He turns to you, and with his final breath he mutters, "No evidence, an ace never fails." He raises his hand, still holding the detonator, and flips the switch. Instantly, the nearby Renfield bombs activate, and the countdown to decimation begins. We have to rescue the Queen, do we? You run back into the hatchery, where you find the Queen comforting several wailing hatchlings. The droning sound of the bombs as they count down drowns out your cries, but the Queen spots you and somehow understands the severity of the situation. You make your way back to the ship and take off, rushing through the tunnels as the walls shake and the inferno behind you expands. In the end, it comes down to almost a matter of seconds as you kick the engines into max thrust and take off from the planet. Well, we got an achievement and another ship, so I guess that works for me. So many different questions are left running through your head. Why was the rebellion testing the spiders on the Vec? What is the new candidate? Who is Dr. EW? You aren't sure if any of those questions will be answered, but you can't linger for too much longer. The Queen, while safe, is obviously disturbed by the loss of her children. Had you not saved her, the entire species would have likely gone extinct. All you can do now is be glad another ace is dead and carry on with your mission. Maybe someday, whether it's you or another captain, someone will get to the bottom of this. You pull out the dongle from earlier and download the blueprint data onto your ship for later. Queen of the Hive. She can heal all spider crew in the room, I don't have any, and boost their movement. She has apocalyptically bad repair speed, but is triple combat damage. Can hatch children at empty beacons and make all doodads on the same ship controllable. She is like an anti-combo with what we have on our ship, but, I mean, we're going to take her, right? Right? I mean, who do we replace? This is probably not a smart decision, but, I mean, just because it's so weird and different, you have to, right? Is anybody in this ship even remotely weapon capable? No. So, game plan change. Erwin, you're now going to be a weapon person. You're going to stay in the doors. You're going to come back to engine. You're going to get out of the way because you're not very good at engine. I guess we'll put you back in the med bay. I guess this is what we're going to do. Yeah, this ability is not useful for us, but that unit will just be disgusting in combat. Hopefully they don't get mind controlled. That'll be bad. So we have 2 distresses to deal with as well. Guess we'll go to... Can we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Easy. So that was a cool mission. Terrifying, but cool. We will rescue the store. Really? This was the ship you were having problems with? Oh, okay, now I understand. This is a tiny... It looks like a half pint, but it's got some dangerous weapons. Now that makes more sense. And you're full of dooders as well. Awesome. I'm not even going to have to wait for the heavy iron this time. The hacking's going to be so effective. Wow, that was a lot of damage to our shields. And we'll just wait for the spawn to until the next attack. Because we didn't want to do that. We didn't want to worry about their cloaking. Okay. This is going to hit a lot of rooms, potentially. Do that. Thank you. Now they can't cloak. And now they are in all kinds of bother. Don't auto-fire the spontoon again. We have to wait. We have to play the waiting game. Really, for this to work long-term, we need more projectiles. There's too many opportunities where the mini-beam just has to sit there and not do anything. So we're going to have to fix that. Thank you for trading with us. Another mini-beam. Yeah, that's not quite... I mean, this is a mini-beam, legitimate mini-beam. It takes 1 power. And it is a little bit better than what we have. But the beam length is slightly lower on the mini-beam. But it's basically a mini-beam. We don't need this, but for sure. I would love to buy cloaking if we could afford it here. Because none of these weapons are going to change anything for us. I don't want to sell the solar kernel. I think we have to sell the antivirus module instead then. I think the kernel is still genuinely quite useful. We just haven't really got a position to do it. Yes, we're going to take that as our final slot. Guardian drone's not bad, but cloaking is going to make life a lot easier for us. Okie dokie. So we have the whole, the trio of systems I like. We have hacking, mind control, and cloaking. The three ones I'm really looking for all the time. We probably don't need to hack you. Just do that instead, I guess, for more dodge. The one downside of these guys just having dooders for all their crew, they just are so incompetent at dealing with any type of repair. I mean, they're not as bad as the Queen, but they're still pretty bad. I'm going to cloak through that just because I don't want to bother with it. Mind control you. Shields. You, and I mean, you can't probably hit 4 rooms. Oh, you can. Good. Excellent. Well, they're in big trouble. This is bad times for them. One guy's just murdering the piloting. Yeah, this is not going to go out in their favour. I think it's fair to say. See ya. Didn't want to be here. 2 drone parts. I mean, good for the hacking sense. So how many jumps do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's still only 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe? We don't really... Well, we do need a store, but we don't have any scrap. Aha, I thought you'd find me here. Where'd you get Dudas from? Oh, this brood guy sold them to me. Discounted, too. Kind of weird the boxes were so small. But that's irrelevant. That's really funny. So he has... The Beam Master has special text. Oh my word. What is this? There's like a million creatures with 1 hit point. That's... What am I looking at? Well... The game is lagging so bad. What is going on? What am I even looking at? Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, we don't need mind control here. We're cloaking. We're just gonna do that just to speed this up a bit. Oh. Oh, that's funny. Oh dear. What is that? What is this mess? I can't tell if the game's lagging like Billy-O or their movement is so pathetically slow that that's what's causing it to look horrendous, but that is really funny. Oh. Oh, that's so good. That's... Needless to say, they didn't get very far. Oh, that's so good. Well, this guy's toast. Sorry, I'm just lost for words at what I just encountered. Like, I had no idea that was a thing that they were going to do. I've never seen so many little weirdos in my life. Oh. Oh, that was funny. You got me, developers of this mod. That might be something that tickled me the most. Everything in this sector is full of nothing but dudes. This is like my wife's personal hell. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we can't attack you. Okay, change of plan. Oh. So funny. Oh great, my ion missed. Excellent. Probably should have done a mind control, but they have 2 in the piloting area, so I'm not sure how that'll work. Okay, finally we did hit. So we need to do weapon. You hit like everything, please. That was the wrong button again. Oh, sorry, I'm scrambled from that ridiculous situation that we've had into with Leah. Now they're in bad times. In theory, this would be a contender for a ship we could probably suffocate. So... you go for the med bay. Okay, and then you're gonna do... I don't want to hit every room. I know it sounds weird, but I want to do like that. And now I don't want to auto-fight anything other than the heavy ion. We get some good shield experience here too if we need any, but that's not what I'm here for. This guy should be so unbelievably bad at repairing that they should theoretically be toast before it happens. I mean, these two, we can just do this. I'll do some damage to them. Wow, we took a point of damage. What the heck? I wasn't even paying attention to that. And you're going to go in there and... yeah, that works. You can just mind control them, murder them all, and then... you're uncontrollable, right? Until I do this. Go there. Okay, now they're toast. He's going to try and repair oxygen, but I don't think he's going to be able to. In fact, I should be able to just hit you, right? There you go. You've taken care of this infested vessel. It's probably the only ship we're going to have that would... really, one shot at the end. Cool, thanks for that. Probably the only ship we're going to just take out outright, other than that one that took about 3 weeks. Hope you enjoyed that one time you're going to see it. Okay, so we would still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, that's where we want to go. Don't want to get too brave. We will aid the civilian ship for sure. We don't need to do any of that. What you got going on? Not a lot. But you do have 3 layers of shield, so we're going to have to invariably do some hacking. That's really the issue we have at the moment. We're having to do more hacking than I would want to because our weapons are so impotent. The heavy ion's fine, but you're seeing as soon as it misses, everything's terrible. Like, it goes so bad so quick. Where is your pilot? Oh, he's a phantom. Interesting. Well, we'll mind control him, I guess. Arguably could have mind controlled the medic, but there's pros and cons to doing that. Do that, give them a free hit as well, I guess. Yeah, now you're trying to get out of the shield room. That's not going to work for you. Gotta do that so we have a chance to get our shields back. If they want to board us now, they can. I mean, it's not a good decision. You get in there, you get in there, and you get in there. Yeah, we can do heal burst too. How cute, he thinks he's people. 3 missiles, boo, that's not nothing. Civilian ship, you might as well give us nothing. That's fine. Yeah, so our crew's pretty good on the defense. But somebody that's so big, you know, a good mover and a good shaker. That stores under distress, but it's going to be... that problem's going to be fixed very soon, just not by us. Ooh, look at that background. Cool. Cool markings on that planet. Easy pickings, you think. You, sir, are incorrect. We're going to have to hack you, because you're 3 layers of shields. But your crew is unmind controllable, so that'll be purely defensive. Purely defensive. Speaking of, they have quite a lot of laser shots, but this is not the scariest ship going. Yeah, we can't mind control anything in there. Nothing! Diddly and squat. Yeah, man. There we go. Now we can use our pontoon. This is a rare ship where we can hit both these at the same time, and they're both 4 tile rooms. Awesome. We're not going to kill all this crew. They have too much going on. It's too dangerous. Probably could on this ship. That's not a very good offer, so I'm going to say no on that one. There you go. Sayonara. We could have got a drone recovery arm. It never even crossed my mind. We've never been that low on drone parts. We could talk to these two. Look, if we talk to Erwin, he's like, it's such an ugly word, mercenary. I've worked with scum my whole life, but of all the filth, the people in the syndicate are the ones I had the least pleasure to do business with. Erwin looks you straight in the eyes, and you can feel a probing sensation in your mind. Do me a promise, Captain, and keep the Renegade name clean of the kind of legacy that mercenaries carry. As long as we're on the same page here, we can be friends, and also so long as you aren't part of the conspiracy too. That's also very important. Didn't you do some bad stuff? Not sure that you do any worse. Look, I did make mistakes. Might have tricked a primitive species into an indefinite period of indentured servitude. Talking about the lizards. But I got fired for it, fair and square. Yes, I want revenge on the trio that did me in, but look, shut up, alright? I made mistakes. I'm not proud of them. That's all I'm saying. The spider seems to have fallen asleep in the middle of the lounge, which means no one's going inside for hours. You can try to wake her up, but there's a reason people are afraid of her. I'm going to wake her up because I'm crazy. You take a few steps back, but she only purrs and saunters out the door. Maybe she isn't as much of a threat as people think. Or she won't talk. I guess it makes sense you can't talk, because she's a bloody eight-legged weirdo. Oh, interesting. I didn't know you could have reputation data. I should have checked some of this stuff in the past. Cool. Now, we want to do, now that we have some scrap, we're not going to bother with an arm at this point. It doesn't really make any sense. I mean, that's fine, but that's not really what we're looking for. What we are probably looking for... We already have that. We already have... onboard tech. Did we get the defense scrambler? We didn't, so we still need to worry about that at some point. I don't think we'll get it yet. I think we need to keep our scrap available for shops and get a weapon set up that will actually do things to the flagship, assuming we get there. Because at this point, we still don't have that. Like, we're getting through 3 layers of shield with some level of efficiency, but not a huge amount. Small wreckage, we have slug crew. Your crewmate claims the wreckage is filled with dooders. We're just going to ignore it. Good idea. I don't want anything to do with that. No thank you. We've had enough of those for several lifetimes. We will explore. Go on. We have a clone base, so it's not that bad. They boarded us, and it's a fight. And they did board a mildly annoying location. Because they'll break that, I'm sure. You don't have mind control, so I'm just going to fix this bomb this way. That, please. And then... This is a lot of weaponry, so this is a hack location for sure. Start hacking that immediately. Yeah, there's a lot of danger on this ship. Big danger. Big missile, big nasties. Gonna do that and try and get everything out of sync. I can't hit shields and weapons at the same time as well as the board, so I guess we're just gonna do that. Thank you. Now they're trying to run away, but good effort, because the engine's damaged, so that's easier said than done. No, I don't think that's a good idea. We're just going to toast you. Just before the rebel jumps, he can escape. So normally we'd never touch this as a 10-foot pole. Keep the mind control online in case they do anything bad. The rebel puts on a facade of gratitude which is shattered quickly when you pull out a laser and try to shoot. Luckily, the mind control stops them and they drop to the floor. And we just throw them in the bin. Mind control at least makes that safe, but you almost never get anything other than that response. And I clicked to go to the coalition. Oh my word, that was not intentional. Ha 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 ha. Ah, this is going to be bad. We're going to do that next episode. Like the video if you did. It might be a short episode next time. Please subscribe to more misclicks and pain, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.